right, Nisa is with us in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Hi, Nisa. How are you?
Hi, Dave. How are you? I'm doing well.
Better than I deserve. How can I help?
Okay, my husband and I and my sons, we moved out of our rental about 2 weeks ago. It had mold. The landlord was going to fix it. And we moved in with my parents. They said we could stay here about 6 months or so. And my question is, during the 6 months while we're here, we're in baby step 2. We have $38,000 in debt. Do we save money or pay off debt? What should we focus on?
Well, where are you going to move?
Back to Philadelphia. We came from Philadelphia, so it's about 2 hours away. So it's not the big problem, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I'm nervous.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, you have to be prepared for the move. And the move would mean you would make a new deposit on a rental. You'd have utility deposits, and you're going to have to pay for the move. Those three things all cost money, right?
Yes, my husband really wants to buy a house. I know we're like.
You're not going to buy a house. You're broke and living with your parents, $38,000 in debt. You don't need to be buying a house. Buying a house is a nightmare for you.
Yes.
No, you need to be renting. Unless you're going to are you going to be debt free within 6 months?
I hope so.
What's your household income?
Well, probably not. My husband brings home $3,000 after taxes and everything home, and then I do freelance work, so it just depends how much I work, but I average about $20 an hour.
Okay. So $3,000 a month is $36,000 a year. You told me you were $38,000 in debt.
He makes over $50,000 a year, but he after taxes, insurance, and everything like that, he only brings in about $3,000 or something. Yeah, and right now he's taking.
I mean, you probably need to address that issue, but aside from that, simple math says you're not going to be out of debt in 6 months.
Okay.
I mean, you're not going to make $38,000 during the 6 months, much less be able to pay it off.
Yeah. My husband's parents they're selling their house, and they're going to give us about $15,000 towards May, June around there as well. And they said that they would like to save that for us for our deposit of a house.
You're not going to be ready to buy a house then, so you won't be able to accept that gift unless they modify the conditions of the gift.
Okay. All right. What about, should we...
You didn't even listen. You're going to go buy a house. Stop this, okay? Stop it. You do not need to buy a house in June. You're broke. You're living with your parents. You have $38,000 in debt. You have a household income of $50,000 or less, and you do not need to buy a house in June because they give you $15,000. So you got to stop that gift and say, either don't give it to me or let me put it towards the debt so that we can quickly get out of debt, build our emergency fund, and save for a down payment. But you need to be debt-free with your emergency fund in place and then save for your down payment. You are at least 18 months from that, probably more. And so when you move out of this house 6 months from now, you are not in a position to buy a house. Do not buy a house. It's going to cause you problems. You're going to create a mess. Home ownership is a blessing, but it is not a blessing for broke people. It makes you broker. That's why they call them mortgage brokers. You're going to get yourself in trouble. So tap the brakes, talk to the players that are involved here. Everybody stop. No, we're not doing this. Now, then the answer to your question is, during the 6 months, what do? You want to pay off as much debt as you can, but you also have enough money saved to make the move without adding debt. So your moving costs, your deposits, and that kind of stuff, that much you need to have saved up during the 6 months, and everything else goes towards the debt during the 6 months. And that's the direction.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.